Hey everyone. I would say that no one asked for this, but I have been asked by a few people about my opinion on the Star Fox game news. Um, I did write out a script for this, so forgive me if I look like I'm reading off my computer screen, because that's exactly what I'm doing. I wanted to make sure I had my thoughts and points in order, because I do forget things sometimes. Now, I've had a few days to think it over, so this video is going to be a little late to the online opinion party, but I'm doing it anyway. So my initial reaction to the news was excitement, because yay, Star Fox. But it's quickly followed by a sinking feeling when I saw the reveal. I do just want to stop and say I want to make it very clear, extremely clear, that I'm really happy we're getting new Star Fox. Thank you, Nintendo. Please keep giving us Star Fox. Maybe something that's not just Lylat Wars again. I'm less happy that it is Star Fox 64 with the glow up, with extra bits glued on. I think it looks really good for the most part, and I really think we need to move past telling the same story for every Star Fox game. We're on, Lylat Wars version 4.0 now at this point. And it does look pretty much like a one-to-one redo of Star Fox 64 specifically. I am excited to get some cutscenes and some expanded lore. That's cool, but please stop giving us Lylat Wars. I've seen people online saying it looks like Fox has been cursed into a time loop to relive the same war over and over again, and that's kind of what it looks like. There are a lot of other things we could do with the franchise besides telling the same storyline over and over. I think people have pointed this out a lot. Like, that's a pretty standard opinion. I will say I was active in the fandom when Adventures came out, and that did not go over well with the established Star Fox fans at all. And I can see where Nintendo might be a little hesitant to try anything too different, especially when they haven't given us a Star Fox game in a decade. I will say we were jerks when Adventures came out, and I was not active terribly in the fandom when the later games came out, but I do remember Adventures being a shit show among the established fans, and also the established fans were jerks to the newer, younger fans who came in because of Adventures, and let's not relive that, people. That was bad. You can have your opinions, but, don't be nasty to other people, especially younger people, because they like something. Just don't be a jerk. While I am pretty disappointed that we're getting 64 again, I did say I would only buy a Switch 2 if Nintendo gave us a new Star Fox game, and I'm keeping my word, because despite everything, I do want to play the game. I hope this release does really well, at least well enough for Nintendo to give us more Star Fox in the future. Maybe some Star Fox merch, Nintendo. I'd buy that. I have high hopes for it doing well, from all of the talk I've been seeing, but again, I'm kind of in my own little corner of the internet, so I see a lot of Star Fox stuff, so I don't know if it's just Star Fox fans saying a lot of stuff, and my algorithm is just going to feed me all of that, or if this has wider appeal. But I really, really hope this does well, and I hope we get more Star Fox. Note for the future, if we get more Star Fox games, please bring the girls back. Give me Crystal, give me Faye, give me Miyu, give me Farah. Just, we could do with more ladies in Star Fox franchise, just personal opinion. Now, I have heard people complaining that they can already play Star Fox 64 through their Switch or the Switch 2, through whatever online store Nintendo has. So they feel like they've already got the game and can play it now for the most part. I feel that's a fair complaint. Speaking for myself, I haven't had a Nintendo console since the GameCube, and I haven't played 64 in a really long time. I do not have my N64, and I have not had it for years. I was not going to shell out for a Switch or a Switch 2 just to play the official Nintendo emulation of 64 or any of the other retro games. That was not a draw for me. I haven't really gamed in years, so I needed Nintendo to give me something to entice me to buy a new console, and this was it. Now, I played the shit out of 64 back in the day. So part of me is actually really excited to play it again with the improved graphics. Again, I wasn't going to shell out for just the emulation of 64, but you give it to me, I guess, with the glow up and the extra bits glued on. I'm kind of excited for it. Moving past the "it's just Lylat Wars again" thing, let's talk about the design. My initial reaction was really negative. And after giving myself a few days to process everything and to look at the renders a lot, because my timeline is flooded with Star Fox, which is really great, in my opinion. I could say I see the potential in these designs. I don't like their legs and feet. That choice is not one that was going to hit for me. I am glad to see that some people are really into it. Good for you. Personally, I would have preferred the designs from the Mario Galaxy movie, especially the anime style part. I'd be super happy to get a Star Fox anime in that style. Though I suppose if you look at any of my artwork, it shouldn't be a surprise that I like the anime style better, as that's very much how I draw. So that style speaks to me more than this hyper-realistic style. But to be honest, none of the character designs in the history of Star Fox have ever been perfect, so it feels kind of unnecessarily exhausting to stay mad about the designs. If we get any Star Fox in the future, I'm sure the designs will be different again. We have not had the same design for any two Star Fox games. Fox looks completely different in every single one of them. And people are going to draw fan art in their own takes, the characters anyway. I've certainly never drawn them on model. Most people don't. I don't know. I have been seeing a lot of new Star Fox fan art, and that is exciting. I love that the news is getting people hyped for my space furries again. I have been seeing some really great art over the last few days, and that's getting me excited. I've been seeing new art based off of the new designs. I've been seeing people repost older art that I haven't seen in a long time or haven't seen at all. And it's really cool. I love that. Like, get people excited. Let's get people out there doing stuff. I do really like all the details in the environments and on the R-Wings. As I said earlier, the game looks really pretty overall. So I did accept a long time ago that not everything has to cater to my specific preferences. Like, that way lies madness, because you're never going to get exactly what you want unless you make it. And I don't want my disappointment in not getting exactly what I want to take away any joy or excitement from anyone else who might, the excitement that anybody else might be feeling about this right now. Like I said, we've been there. Look back at Adventures. Some people look very fondly back on Star Fox Adventures, and like that was their intro into Star Fox. That's what got them into Star Fox. And like Adventures is never going to be my game. But I also like look back and it's like, yeah, I was kind of a jerk during the Adventures thing, and like that was kind of shitty. And like, let's just not relive that. I know people are gonna be people. Everybody's got their opinions, but like, let people be excited about something. Like, yeah, the designs are not for me specifically. Nintendo did not ask my opinion. Nintendo is never going to ask my opinion. But like, let's just chill. Let's see what happens. Like, yeah, we can be disappointed. I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed. But I do see people who are really excited, and I want them to stay excited. I don't want anybody to be like, well, Cat said it was crap, so like I guess I can't like it, or now I feel bad, or anyway, I'm gonna give the game a fair chance. I do really hope we get another Star Fox game in less than a decade, Nintendo. And please no more Lylat Wars. Just something else. Now let's look at the character designs, and I'll give you a breakdown on my thoughts on them. I'll be posting them here. I'm looking at my computer screen, which is over here. So we've got Fox. These renders all came off of the Japanese Star Fox site. So this render of Fox actually looks really good, in my opinion. The in-game renders I don't think look that good. Maybe it's the rigging on them. I don't know. I'm not a game designer. I don't know how it works. This looks really good. I like from the knees up. Fantastic. Amazing. I love this. I will say, like, I just don't like the digigrade feet, the real animal feet. we've never gotten anything like that in a Star Fox model, so I think it was a little bit jarring. I'm getting a little bit of Uncanny Valley. But I will say, you see how his hands have, like, the claws on them? In my mind, this is just my opinion, it would have been cool to, like, let them have, like, because the hands are kind of like a animal-human cross, right? Like, they're furries, they're anthropomorphized. Like, give them feet along the same style. Give them, like, kind of animal-looking toes, but, like, on a human leg. Again, personal opinion. I do see the potential in these designs. Like I said, this fox one looks really good. Overall, I just don't like it from the knees down. I've got Falco. I really don't like Falco's feet. The way he stands, actually the way a lot of them stand, like, I'm like, do your backs hurt? Like, you're making my backs and my hip hurt. I am old, but also, Falco's fingers are just feathers. How does that work? How does that work? Otherwise, he looks pretty good. I like his very bird-looking beak. That's really cool. The feathers on his crest bother me a little bit when he's moving around. Again, I don't know if that's a rigging modeling thing. Otherwise, his design looks pretty cool. Somebody somewhere mentioned that he's got something about free as a bird on the back of his jacket. I haven't seen that specifically. If anybody's got screenshots, show me. I think that's cool. Like, again, like, the details are amazing. I love seeing the details. Here we've got Peppy. I think of the Star Fox team, Peppy's probably my favorite of these renders. Now, I may be wrong here, but I don't think he's got rabbit feet. He looks like he's got dog or cat feet. Like, I could be wrong. Again, I just don't like the digigrade feet. It's not for me. It's not my thing. Slippy looks pretty good. His face is a lot rounder than it used to be, and he's kind of got like that bump between his eyes a little more. I don't, something about his face is a little off to me, but he looks pretty good. He looks very moisturized. Good job. Very hydrated. I like his little frog fingers. Okay, like that's cute. That's kind of a throwback to the SNES version, and that's pretty cool. Let's see here. Hello, Wolf. I'm gonna say Star Fox, or not Star Fox. Star Wolf looks really good. This wolf looks amazing. My only complaint with Wolf is I think he should be a little scrunglier. As you'll see on I think I screen capped James here later. He's got, James has some scars and a little chunk out of his ear. I think Wolf should at least have a chunk out of his ear or something. Like, he's only just got the eye patch. I think he should look a little more beat up. But otherwise, he looks really good. Leon looks the best he's ever looked. No notes there. Like, I'd put that lizard in a dress. I'm not going to explain that comment. Pigma looks nasty. Pigma's just nasty. Kaz also has opinions. Look at those spots. Oh, yes. Yeah, Pigma looks absolutely disgusting. I'm a little off-put, and some cat lore. I grew up on a farm. We had pigs. Pigs are nasty. So Pigma is appropriately nasty, and I bet he smells, too. If you've never smelled pigs, be thankful. They're gross. Nasty. Andrew also looks good, but I'm going to say he looks like Sun Wukong's Nepo baby cousin, and I bet he's going to say some slurs. Like I said, Star Wolf looks great. Dr. Andros, wow, that's appropriately scary. This looks like he's... I think this was meant to look like it is just fully mechanical in some way. I don't know how the Andros to floating head and hands thing works, but this is creepy. It makes me uncomfortable. So good job, Nintendo. General Pepper. I always thought General Pepper was a hound of some kind, but he's looking very golden retriever in this. I think it looks pretty good. Just I expected him to be a hound dog of some kind. I always thought he was. Cat Monroe. Girl looks like she parties hard. I would have liked her to be pink. Cowards. She does very much remind me of a cat I used to have who was white. But this Cat Monroe looks like she parties real hard and didn't wash her makeup off. But nope. I don't know, something unsettling about her too. I don't know, but people like the designs. I think she needs a bath. And here we have James McLeod. I think he looks generally pretty good. I do like that he's got some scars. You can see the scars on his muzzle. You can't see it in this screenshot that I have, but he's got like some chunks out of his left ear. So that's really cool. You know, I see the potential in these designs. They're not specifically for me. I don't feel that Star Fox should be hyper realistic. But again, it's my personal preference. And for all the people who are excited about this, I'm happy for you. I'm going to give, like I said, I'm going to give the game a try. I'm going to give it its fair share. You know, and it did make me buy a Switch 2, which, if anybody's got any suggestions for some Switch 2 games that I can play while I'm waiting for Star Fox to come out, let me know. I am not in the know. Preferably nothing too hard. I'll probably pick up, like, I don't know, Tomodachi Life or something like that. Maybe. I don't know. I've got a Switch 2. I should use it for more than just Star Fox. Excuse me. But that's my opinions. I don't know how it's all gonna go. Obviously, we gotta wait till the game comes out. But if you're excited and you like the new designs, I'm really, really happy for you. I am trying to be cautiously optimistic. Again, it did prompt me to buy a Switch 2, but anyway, those are my opinions. If you disagree, that's why it's an opinion. But anyway, I love you, and I'll see you later.